Well, hey, ladies and gentlemen, it is week six, and we're talking about population explosions and those threats that they have to the ecosystems. And it's starting to wrap up here our remote learning opportunities. So let's get into a simulation that I found online, played around a little bit. A shout out to some of our classmates who helped me play with it last week to make sure that it worked for you guys. And I know we ran into a few issues, so let's jump into it. So from your stream, I'm here, I'm in my biology class one. Here is, go ahead and open up the population invasion Google form. When that opens, you will see it's a Google form. You're going to put all of your answers into the form. You're going to need to have two tabs open. I know those guys who are working from phones, it's a little bit harder to do. I appreciate that. Do your best. If you want to go through the sim first and then go back and open up the form, I get it. Take your time. You got all week to work on it. Plenty to do here. So open up the VLab, and that will get you to this particular website where you will have your theory, procedure, self-evaluation, simulator, and assignment tabs across the back or across the top. I am logged in here. If you log in with your Google credentials, it automatically creates an open account for you. Sometimes when you click the login and it says, well, it doesn't do anything, close that tab, open it back up, and bada bing, bada boom, it pops right open for you. So as it goes piece by piece from the Google form that I made, the purple bubble Google form, your name, obviously easy ones, and then a couple of quick questions to make sure as you're going through the theory section, you understand what's happening. Now, I've created this form so that you have different pages, and each page is a different form that you have that's in here, and each page kind of comes with the procedures, evaluation, simulator, kind of keeps you moving through some things as well. So go ahead and glance through, hunt and peck for your answers as you need. You might find some of it kind of fascinating because as these invasive species um, overproduce, as they are more successful than the native species, they then dominate those ecosystems, and that might seem really cool, or it could be super detrimental. And so we want to make sure that we're taking a look at those types of things um, as we go through that. So read through it, see some of the case studies. You've got the invasion of the Asian longhorn beetle. Some of you might refer to this as the stink bug. It looks similar to, but it is a different type of organism. And then we've got the sea lamprey. That's one that if you watch too many videos on, it really is pretty gross. That would be a good pause page right there. Yeah, so that's a good one. And then one that's not necessarily is the coconut hispine beetle. It's not necessarily the most interesting beetle that exists in there. I got it. It's fine. And then some ideas that come through as you're reading through that. In the procedures, it will then tell you, as you click through the procedures, it will tell you how this simulator tab and what you're doing with each of these parameters. You have variables that you can control, and you can change the variables according to the data that you want to test. So you can create that simulation. So how long the habitat's been around, that's in years. And then your establishment rates and your initial pest population. So how many you're starting with. So if 50 were imported on a ship or in a whatever, came over on a boat, on a log, whatever that somebody moved, or 100 of them or 300 of them or 1,000. And then how fast is their dispersal rate in increments. So this is a slider that you can move through here. All of those are defined here within the tab. And I think on the population invasion, it just asks you to go ahead and click through. Because I didn't type any of these, you'll have to open it up. So I can put an answer there, and then I can put an answer there. And I think those are the only two that are required for this. That's a required one. I don't know if that's the right answer. Boom, there we go. Okay, so it just says to familiarize yourself with the step, and then you check, I have looked it over and kind of get it, or I'm good, I'll check back, not sure going forward, send me an email, or stop this ride, I want to get off. So you can do that. So that's how you go through those procedures. You run the graph and you can plot it, and it will plot the runs to a certain number on your graph that you can see. And then here it is with what it looks like. Read through this, make sure you understand how it works. There's your graph line that comes up, and then your values, and then so calculated using the mathematical simulator. In this example, invasive species, the Asian longhorn beetle spread 77 kilometers in a given habitat after 75 years. That's the value you're getting. So 75 kilometers from the point of dispersal in 75 years, how far did it go from where it came in? All right, so that's what we're kind of getting with the spreads on that simulation. There is a self-evaluation tab that also, as it loads, there it is, that you'll go ahead and do. And those are some multiple guess questions that exist. Now, I have taken these multiple guess questions and put them into, so I think this is required. I have put them into this so that you can look through them and you can answer them right here. They're a point each. This one is a 0 point, that one's a 0 point. I thought some of these have more, like I want you to understand them more than others. Please try them. That's great. And then as we come to the, that's a self-evaluation, sorry, and then we did the simulator, and then here is the assignment tab. And then the assignment tab are 4 questions, which I also put into the Google form here. So, and then you can read through those simulations, right? And then that's required. Yep, there's required. Do more than that, please. I'm not going to submit this. And then you can see these answers here and you can describe your answers. I don't need paragraphs on this. I want you to demonstrate that you've looked through the simulation, you get the idea of what we're talking about, and you can make it run. Ask questions as you need to. Towards the end of the week, I'm going to post a discussion post that I would like you all to comment on so that you can comment on the idea of population invasions and then these exotic introduced species that don't have natural predators and some of the points that are within here. So I'll post that probably on, let's say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll post it Wednesday or Thursday. If you are not going to be around for some reason on Thursday or Friday, well, you can get to it next week. The due date for this isn't set until next Monday. All right, that's a 7.5 minute quick tutorial. You can go through this, click it back and forth. I believe you have multiple submissions. If you don't like the one you did the first time, do it again. It's fine. Due dates are suggestions rather than requirements. So yeah, hey, I miss seeing you guys and I hope you're doing well. And we'll get to see you at some point. Hopefully very soon the barbershops will open up and I can get some of this cut off so I don't have these clown wings coming off of my head and I can actually record a video without a hat on. So, all right, guys, take care.